This lesson is on using the update statement to change data that's already existing in a database table. I've already pre-selected the books table, or rather the book table, and I've got all the data there. If we take a quick look at this, Psychology of Computer Cooking, we notice there's a lot of null values in there. One of them is the type. So let's say our editors have decided that we're going to make this a cooking book instead of a psychology book. And they've made their decision. So now to update that little bit of data, I'm going to copy this over here and insert it. I use the keyword update, and then I give the table name, book. And here's a new keyword, it's set. So I set the column name, which is type, to be equal to cooking. But if I just did that and I didn't have this where clause in here, oh boy, will I be in trouble, because it will change every type on every row to cooking. Imagine if you did that on 100,000 rows of data. That would be bad. So you want to make sure you use a where clause. Normally, we might be looking at the primary key, but just to keep things simple, I'm going to look at the book title. So I only want to change it to cooking where the title is this. And then I'm going to select it again so we can see what happens. Let's give this a whirl. So I run it. Looks like rows affected 1. That's usually a good sign. And if I go down to the book here, Psychology of Computer Cooking, there it is, cooking. It's now labeled as cooking in the type. Wonderful. Say I thought, changed my mind. Maybe it should be psychology. I'm going to take the word psychology. I'm going to do that. And I know what the price is going to be. It's going to be $20. And I'm going to give 0 for the advance. So I can say now, comma, price equals 20. And because it's a number, I don't put it in quotes. And advance equals 0. So I can do all 3 of these in one statement like this. I run it, came back, and look at that. I've got $20 in the price now. The type is psychology, and the advance is 0. So it works. I updated just individual columns on a particular row. Now, as I mentioned, you can do more than that. Look at these books here. I've got a bunch that are $29.99. Say I've decided that I want to do better than that. I'm going to say the price is equal to $39.99, where price is equal to $29.99. So I'm upping the price of these books. They were $29.99. I want to make them $39.99. And the reason I can do it this way is the where clause happens first. The update says, okay, I'm looking at the book table. Now apply the where clause. So it pulls back inside its buffer area all the books that are $29.99. And then it sets the price on those that came back from that result set internally. We don't get to see that. It does it all in one swoop as far as we can tell. But internally, that where statement is applied first. So let's give this a whirl. Submit it. And if we look, we've got $39.99 where we had $29.99. Now, we're saying to ourselves, gosh, I want to get back to where I was because I've got to do some other changes and some other select statements I need to practice. And I need the data to be as it once was. So I have put the URL in here for MySQL bookpub reload for WAMP. And I'm going to hit the enter key, and it's running and rebuilding the entire database. It is deleted, or rather dropped, all 4 tables, recreated all 4 tables, and run insert statements to load data in all 4 tables. And so you get the message here simply that it's been recreated. So let's go back here, and I'll take out the update statement. And let's just look at the books table. So I expect 39 to go back to 29. I run the submit statement, and there it is. That's $29.99. My Psychology of Computer Booking is back, Computer Cooking rather, is back to being all nulls. So I've restored the database back to the way it was. So that's in your working files, and you can use that as well. This ends our lesson on updating data in a table.